Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another morning ramble. And today's morning ramble was inspired by a line that I literally just read in the last 3 minutes. So I was asked to write the foreword to a new book by Joe Bailey. If you don't know Joe, he was the co-author of a book called Slowing Down to the Speed of Life, which he co-wrote with his friend Richard Carlson. He wrote a book called The Serenity Principle, and he's written a number of books over the years, but this is his first book in a while, and called Thriving in the Midst of a Hurricane. And it's sort of about finding resilience in the midst of what's going on in the world right now. And I've been enjoying the book, and I'm reading it so that I kind of have a sense of what I want to write as a foreword, as an introduction to it. And I just came across a line where he was talking about his early training in the Inside Out Understanding and the three principles in being able to facilitate insight and share with others. And I know a lot of you that watch these are interested in that in some way, whether formally as a sort of a job description or just with family and friends. You want to be able to share some of what you're getting from exploring this. And Joe said that he was so keen to share. It had made a difference in his life and he really wanted to share it. But the thing that his mentors kept saying to him is, Joe, you got to catch the ball before you run with it. Now, I'm a big American football guy, most of you know, and you see it so often in a football game where somebody gets the ball and they turn up field to run with it before they've really caught it, and the ball inevitably pops out. They don't catch it. It bounces off their shoulder. It bounces off their hands, and it's a rookie mistake that people will make for a long time, which is trying to run before you catch the ball. And it just struck me as such a perfect metaphor for what I see when I mentor and supervise and train coaches. And by the way, yes, these are gale force winds I'm speaking in the middle of, so hopefully the audio's okay, and hopefully nothing falls on me while I'm talking. But hey, it'll make for an exciting video if it does. So what I see, and I've seen it in myself, is wanting to share without really having gotten something for yourself. You get the idea, you get it up here, you go, oh, that's really cool, I want to share this. But it hasn't had time to impact you yet. It hasn't had time to settle in. It hasn't had time to become a living truth for you. If somebody met you, they wouldn't necessarily know you'd had this insight yet. Even though intellectually and at a mind level, you're like, oh man, I've seen this amazing thing about the nature of my thinking, and that I'm not a victim of my thinking, and that I'm not a victim of my circumstances, and that there's this guiding intelligence in me, and all of that stuff, which is genuinely the best news I ever got, the coolest thing I've ever seen, the thing that changed my life. But it's taken me a while for it to get real to me. I used to think sometimes when I'd listen to some of my mentors speak that they were faking it. They were saying the right things. They were acting as if the world worked that way. And I came to see that no, they really, really saw the world works the way that it works. That we aren't victims of our circumstances or even of our thinking, that we are living in the feeling of thought moment by moment. And there's a world beyond our thinking. We are not at the effect of our thinking. We may or may not even be the thinker, but we are certainly the experiencer of our thoughts. And the more real that is to you, the more that is a living, breathed experience of life, the easier and more effortless it will be to point it out to others, to share it with others. And so it's really the only thought for today, the only thing that I just love to leave you with is catch the ball before running. What would it be to really, 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 no, really see this more deeply, experience this more fully, this aliveness, this life force that animates us, this intelligence that runs through our veins and our bones and we are made of, and the illusory thought-created realities that it's so easy for us to get caught up in, lost in, and our experience of life gets smaller. If you've had any insights about this, experiences with this in your own life, I'd love it if you share in the comment section below. And until next time, have fun, learn heaps, and happy exploring. Bye-bye for now.